future-proof, remote-capable, high income. This is still by far the best career choice in 2024. You are considering digital marketing as a career. Good for you. Today I'm going to share 11 reasons why that is a good decision. Share it with your friends and parents. Add to your conviction. I've got 6 pretty obvious ones and 5 not so obvious reasons, so stay tuned till the end to hear all 11. Okay, let's get into it. The 11 reasons why you should consider becoming a digital marketer and not just getting a job, but learning the skills so well that one day you can be an independent business owner or start your own brand. But that aside, let's get into these specific reasons. Now, like I said, there's some obvious reasons. Let's go over the obvious ones first. Number 1, digital marketing is done on a laptop. It's a remote capable career. If you can handle yourself like a professional, if you have the discipline and accountability, you can enjoy a fully remote career. I myself have visited 6 countries in the last 18 months alone. I'm living a life completely free, location independent. It's all because I learned digital marketing. Number 2, it's client-based and therefore income potential is unlimited. The higher value clients you get, the more money you're gonna make. The more clients you can keep and retain, the more money you're gonna make. This is not like a job where you have a limit to how much you're going to earn. Those people who are getting into digital marketing are doing so to remove the income ceiling. So there is more responsibility. You have to take care of yourself. You have to learn and skill up. But there is a massive reward for those who are willing to do that. Number 3 is that digital marketing is often a performance-based career. People want you to succeed so badly. It's not really like accounting where you can only do so well. There's a standard. In marketing, there's huge level of variety in how good different marketers are and what strategies are most effective. So some clients will incentivize you by paying you a commission for every sale you get or for every lead you get. Doesn't that sound great? Now, it's not every time, and some clients won't, but smart clients will. Because at the end of the day, they're not paying you to do anything other than help them get more business and more customers. So there's that side of it. There's these added commissions you can get on top of your retainers and monthly payments. But there's also the affiliate world as well, where you can get tons of commissions just from giving your clients different software and recommending the software that you use. A lot of companies are giving a kickback on that. So you can expect like a nice 10 to 20% bump if you're actively thinking like that. Another obvious reason might be that you will meet a lot of entrepreneurs as a digital marketer. You will start building a network of business owners and really ambitious people who want to achieve bigger goals, who are not just like doing nothing on the weekends and the evenings. They're trying to achieve a lot. And I think you're gonna meet those people. And I think that's very important. You know, not every career opens you up to that type of clientele. You know, if you're a barber, you're not necessarily meeting entrepreneurs, right? So each industry has its own networking and community style and culture. I think digital marketing is a very, very good one. Now, I've been doing digital marketing for many years. I do digital marketing for my own business now. And you know, digital marketing really evolves into brand building and doing cool things online. I can't say I've ever been bored for 5+ years. I was the most bored person in school. I hated school. I was bored in university. I was bored everywhere I've gone in life, except the work I do in digital marketing. It is so dynamic, so exciting, so real. It has great feedback loop mechanisms, so you always know how you're doing, which is really encouraging and engaging. So I'd say one of the best reasons to get into digital marketing is to fulfill that energy that you crave and to not just be sitting at work watching the time go by, right? That leads me into another pretty obvious answer, is that you are going to learn a lot about business by offering a professional service like digital marketing, or just being a digital marketer. You're going to get to see how companies spend money on advertising and try and turn it into a profit. You're going to get to see how companies brand themselves and push their messages out to social media through content. You're going to get to see all that. That's invaluable, and that's why so many digital marketers eventually become their own business owners, because they got to see from the inside on someone else's money, OPM, other people's money. It's incredibly important that you learn with OPM, especially when it comes to digital advertising. Every chance you get to run someone else's ads where it's not your risk, your budget, it's going to be so valuable to you in your career. That experience skyrocketing. Okay, let's get into some of the less known answers about why people become digital marketers. So not everyone knows this, but I did go to law school and I graduated from law school, and I actually preferred to say goodbye to that and start fresh in digital marketing. I think the future has more for us as marketers. So one of the things though I want to take away from the legal field is how they charge. Professional service providers charge a lot. They can charge by the hour or by the minute. They can charge you for every little thing you request. You can have a retainer as well to keep you on board, to make sure you're engaged in the project. So there's a lot of great benefits when you bill as a marketer. I've always asked for payments up front. I think that's very reasonable. Why would I just start working for you without receiving a payment? I'm not your employee. I'm a subcontractor. So I like the lawyer-like payment benefits. Now, a lot of people these days are trying to simplify, and this is one price per month, and that covers a lot. You can absolutely do that. And I think the better thing to say is digital marketing and its business models are very flexible. There's a lot of different ways to make it work. All right, a few more lesser known ones would be, well, I don't think this is that unknown, but digital marketing is still a rapidly growing industry. More and more clients plan to put out more content than ever next year. More companies will be on more social platforms next year. More people will be on Shopify than ever before next year. Recent Black Friday breaking records. So when you plant yourself in a growing industry, you just get to benefit from that for a long time, versus those who are in a downtrending industry kind of feel like they're running uphill. Man, I was just editing this video and I realized I skipped number 9, which is the tax benefits. Now, this really goes for most people who start a small business. There is these things you have in life, such as laptops, cell phone, smartphone, computer, screens, devices. Those become tax write-offs when you have a business. So you ultimately pay less tax, as those write-offs or expenses created a lower amount of taxable income for you. So like whenever I need a new computer, of course, my company buys it. If I need a better cell phone plan, that's my work phone. If I need, even like a new sweater, as long as I make it for videos, you could technically say like that's wardrobe for your content marketing. There's so many spots where there's this overlap. So you will not only earn more as a digital marketer, you will have better taxation setup than someone who, they have a 9-to-5, they have a good job, but they buy a computer, they pay full price, and their tax is not changed. So that's number 9. Okay, some of the more important ones that I know you're thinking about, is digital marketing future-proof? Well, I would say it is. And the reason it is because there's a nice mix of art and science, human nature, strategy. Those 4 things, the contextual nature of that makes it pretty difficult to be replaced by AI. It makes it pretty difficult to automate. Unlike, say, accounting or even legal, human resources, I can see all those departments being run by AI using algorithms and formulas. But if you think you can market a business through a basic formula that other people will technically have access to similar data sets to create such ideas, I'm not so sure about that. I think the best marketers in the world will always be one step ahead of whatever AI is doing. And that's what makes content great, is you can layer things. So even today in 2024, making content about AI is quite interesting, even though that won't always be the case one day. So yes, number 10 is digital marketing is a future-proof industry, and that's why you should join it. It's not getting replaced anytime soon. People don't want to remove all their marketers. They want to make more marketing. You know, some departments, there's a limit. There's only so many accounting tasks. There's only so many delivery tasks. Like, there's nothing more you can do. But in marketing, there's always more you can do. So let's say AI replaces a bunch of marketers. Those marketers can just start doing different things in marketing that the AI can't do yet, and they can shift around. But if you're an accountant and AI comes in and replaces a CPA because it knows all the formulas and it can pass the test and it understands the context, there's no need to pay more and more accountants. You don't get any value from your business. But if you're already spending $1 million a year on marketing and you have AI to help you, just spend that million in a different way. You want to invest back into your business. And I just don't see AI being some sort of, replace all marketing. And that's the number 11. Is marketing AI friendly or faux? And it is AI friendly. Now, yes, some tasks are being removed, but for good full stack marketers, for good marketers who want to do full campaigns, who do front end, a little back end, you're in luck. Like, life got really easy. A lot of the mundane tasks that you don't enjoy are gone. We can now create amazing prose and images very quickly to make our messages so much more powerful. Now, copywriting, it's pretty good, but I think it leaves something to be desired. I think there's so much room to improve for copy, but for like basic text, basic images, AI is so wonderful for supplementing, the stock photos we used to go through where everyone had a lot of the same stuff. So I can't say enough about how great digital marketing is as a career. I just can't think of a better one, even though personally I dabble in investing. I dabble in coding. I dabble in sales. I know all of these other industries, but they are not promising the same things digital marketing can promise going forward in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I think it's going to be a bit of a rocky time, no doubt, but you can say that about every single industry right now. And I think digital marketing offers so much wonderful flexibility. It gives you a lot of options. You can go for a career if you want. You can have clients on the side. You can go all in on client work. You are so much closer to having 3 clients who pay you $2,000 to $3,000 US a month than you realize. You are so much closer to making $100,000 a year purely online from services than you realize. How do I know that? Because I've been running the Rich+Niche Digital Marketing Academy for 3 years. I've seen hundreds of marketers come through the door with quite low experience and come out the other side with competence, clarity, community, and clients. The 4 C's. I've seen it time and time again. I see my students going out in the world on Twitter, on YouTube, having success. The Rich+Niche Academy is the best place to train up in digital marketing because we're all in on digital marketing. We've made all of our materials easier and easier to understand. We've even built our own training platform, and that's going to unlock so many powerful capabilities that you will not be able to find in any other app. Because when you layer, when the founder is the developer and you layer in the context, strategy, and user experience of students all in one, you get such a superior learning experience than throwing someone in a basic online course, giving people a little Notion file. I mean, that's great. I started that way too. But what we have at Rich+Niche is unparalleled, unmatched. So make sure you check it out, richandniche.com. Something you've got to see for yourself if you're interested in digital marketing. I'm the sensei over at the Digital Marketing Academy. We've got dozens of community champions rising through the ranks, taking over leadership roles. We're building a community-first business, and that's going to make us stronger. If you want to be a part of a great digital marketing community, a place where you can learn, feel supported, ask questions, we have everything you need. All right, so check the description below for any key resources and links. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you have some more reasons you want to share, put them in the comments. If you have a question, I answer all your questions. Go ahead, put it down in the bottom. If you are new here, please subscribe, as we'll be making a lot more content for digital marketing and starting your own digital marketing business. I'll see you in the next video.
And may the algorithms be ever in your favor.